Alright, so we don't talk enough about procrastination, and by that I mean we don't share enough from the point of view of a person who struggle with procrastination. We might have a lot of books, a lot of video, and about how to handle procrastination, about all your productivity tips and how to get things done. Um, but I believe that when it comes to procrastination, it is not just about the solution, but all of the thought process that happens behind it that cause the procrastination to happen. And and there lies the problem because people don't want to talk about their struggle if they are currently if they are currently having problem with procrastination, because of course it would be a career suicide, right? Nobody want to kind of like advertise to the public that saying that I'm bad with my time management. And that's the thing, because when you look at depression, for example, more and more people are starting to be more open and vulnerable. It's still hard, of course, but more and more people are starting to be more vulnerable when it comes to their struggle with depression, one of the things that they're going through. And there will be a lot of words of support, of course, but it's not the same case again with procrastination. So yeah, so that's a problem, because I believe that I have been struggling with procrastination all my life. Sometimes it gets really bad. There were many instances in my career where I would get into a phase where I wouldn't be able to do anything. Sometimes related to depression. I would just be staring at the laptop, not being able to do anything. And sometimes hours could pass by, and I was still there. And this phase come and goes. I tried many things to work around it. I actually hired a coach last year, back when I was in a corporate, and I paid for around what 5,000, um, just to demonstrate to you how I am actually really serious about tackling this issue. Um, and I know that I am not alone either. I know that there are people out there who are facing the same problem that I am facing. Uh, but yeah, but they don't talk about it. I know that if people would actually start a conversation about this, we would find more in common than we originally thought. Especially people who are in creative field. And and then there's another problem where people who, I don't know, I mean, I guess some people are just productive, I guess, and they don't understand this. And whenever I try to open up, I try to share with my friend about I've been feeling very non-productive recently. I wasn't able to do anything for a couple of days. I couldn't get out of my bed, and out of good intention, they might say something like, hey, it's okay, it's Friday, or um, hey, it's alright, just take a break. You've been working too hard. But all of these are very invalidating. Just as much as if you were to be depressed and you tell to your friend that you're sad, and then your friend uh, say something like, just cheer up. You have a lot of things to be grateful for. All of these things are very invalidating. So when someone come to you, mm, trying to share with you something, just hold that space for them, and just put them further. uh, yeah, uh, don't invalidate shit. All right. Okay, so I guess this video is just like my own, for my own purpose, first and foremost, because I'm trying to uh, always try to figure out a way on how to be better. Um, Even though at my level, I think I am pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable. I would say that I'm pretty successful to my standard. But it's telling that even until now, even after 12 years of working, I still struggle with this problem very, very severely. So yeah, I want to work on it. Okay, uh, but this video is more of a problem statement than going to the solutions. So one of the first thing that I feel that we need to do is to change our self-talk, the words, the vernacular that we use with ourselves, right? Because I know that uh, for the longest time I always say that I am a lazy person. Part of it is just self-deprecation jokes, right? But every humor has some truth somewhere, and it doesn't help that also because I am Malay. You can't tell, so it comes with it. It just you just reinforce your own stereotype. So yeah, I always, but I ended up beating myself up a lot over it. Keep saying that I am lazy. Why can't I do this shit? Why can't I do that? Why when I was in school, I always keep on handing out my homework and things like that. But the thing is, you're not lazy. I mean, even if you are, what good would it do to keep telling yourself that you're lazy? Because it is it is pointing to you as a person, as if you have like this very, very severe character flaw. Um, but we gotta remember that personalities is not easy to change. Not saying that we shouldn't change, but the things that we have to change is not our personalities, the way we are, because we are what we are. Usually, it is like born, and it would take, I don't know. I think it would take a great deal of effort to change your personality. That it would actually be more realistic if you change your strategies around it, knowing what personalities do you have, right? So if your conscientiousness is low, so yeah, what do you do with it? I don't think you can simply change from a low conscientiousness to high conscientiousness, just like how you would. You can't simply change from an introvert to an extrovert. Yeah, so changing self-talk is very important. Um, uh, just recognize all of these like little words that you use with yourself, instead of like pointing uh, pointing a flaw within your character. Just embrace that, just acknowledge that, okay, this is the way that you are. For example, I sometimes I push things to the last minute, and I know that. So how do I work my way around that? How do I strategize? And then um, it is very helpful as well for us to redefine what is procrastination. So I listened to this very good talk by Dr. K, where he's a psychologist. So this is how he defines procrastination. So procrastination is the strategy to get things done in the most efficient way possible. Um, so it is actually a function, not a bug within us, because come to think of it, every time we procrastinate is actually how our brain make snap decisions to maximize basically happiness. Whether it is the best for the long run is another question altogether. But then again, there's a lot of like our natural body function that might not be suited um for everything, for our daily stuff. Just like how our fight or flight function, how depression um, is actually something evolutionary, because we back in our primal days we have to be very prepared for any kind of a disaster, but we don't need it as much now. So yeah, it's one of those things. Procrastination um, is evolutionary. Um, so knowing that procrastination is actually a problem and not a solution, um, and one thing that really helps as well, she said something about along the line of procrastination is not about quality, but it is about efficiency. So yeah, just remember the last time you hand over an assignment at the very last minute and you thought to yourself, if only I have started this earlier, I could have done a much better work. But come on, that never happens. We never started earlier. And so yeah, our our career so far is not really a series of the best quality that we could produce. Sorry, the highest quality that we could produce, but more of a string of highest value over effort, value over yield that we have given. So yeah, so most of the time we didn't deliver the best quality, but more of a best value for time. All right. Um, and then to to go on, Dr. K's explanation again. I think I will link the video on the description. Um, procrastination is more complex than we thought it is. There are different types of procrastination, and knowing this different type helps us devise a strategy on how to tackle it. Because the situation now, um, we are using the same we are using one solution to tackle different types of procrastination, and that's why it doesn't work, right? Because different problem, different diagnosis requires different treatment and medication and all that. Okay, or I think that's about it. Yeah, I just want to get this off my chest because I have a few deadlines to deliver. So all right, bye.